Okay, now I'd like to bring about another topic that I think is very important, um, especially considering when, personally for me, when I experienced my inner spiritual awakening, so to speak, in January, I had no clue what was occurring to me. My society didn't tell me that. My religious beliefs didn't tell me that. This was nothing that, I had any forewarning about. And therefore, it made it kind of scary. Especially given the fact I've had 5 or 6 very in detail back surgeries that were very extensive, mind you. My first one was an 11, 12-hour surgery. I've even got titanium cages, etc. I'm not going to go way into that, but the bottom line is I was in an extremely dark place at the time that it occurred. And it completely turned my world upside down. And everybody's got their own story on this. But when it happened, mind you, like I said, it's nothing that society nor religion had prepared me for. So it actually made it quite frightening because it was happening within my body. I already had the Morgellons going on, and then boom, this happened. So it caused me to do a lot of research, not only on the chemtrails and the Morgellons, but to lead me to where I was at on the whole Kundalini awakening. I just knew it was a spiritual thing when it happened. I just knew because it spun me out of that dark place and it led me to seek truth. All of a sudden, I couldn't get enough of seeking alternative media sources and seeking truth, and I quit doing what I was doing. I got myself out of the dark place. That's how powerful it was. And everyone's got their own story on that. But it did lead me into quick research. It spun me into diligently seeking truth. And why I bring this up is because, like I've stated in the past, I was raised Church of Christ, Christian. Nothing could have prepared me for what I experienced. And when it happens, you're going to be like, WTH, So I just want to share my experience with you so that if you think, you're losing your mind, when it occurs to you, you're not. You're fine. You're fine. I'm going to share a few links, as always. One of the first links I ran across, and this was Sadhguru regarding the spine. I'm still not sure exactly how any of my actual back surgeries weigh into this and how it might affect or create blockages. I'm still a bit new to this. It did just happen in January. The Morgellons, as well as my negative aspects in my physical reality, still distract me. It can be challenging to research, especially with the brain fog as well that the Morgellons causes. So, that said, I do know this much is apparently what I experienced is a Kundalini awakening. And some people do meditations, yoga, etc., trying to get their Kundalini to awaken. However, realize I didn't even know what one was. Baby, I didn't have a clue what one even was. So with that said, it occurred to me physically within, while I was in the darkest of dark places, and spun me out of that. And like I said, every story will be different. Some people are trying to get theirs to awaken. That was not the case with me. I was not trying to cause mine to awaken. And as always, I'm going to include a few reference links below for you. It occurs within the spine. I'm not sure how my back surgeries affected that. I'm sure emotionally, until I get in alignment and in balance, there's going to be some blockages. Every day I'm doing much inner work to improve myself spiritually for this. So it's just, you have to get in alignment. If your emotions are an indicator, if you're angry, if you're sad, all the negative kind of feelings, if you're feeling these things, they're indicators to let you know that you're not in alignment with the universe, so to speak. You're not in alignment with who you naturally are. That is not in your nature. It is not in alignment with you. So every situation that arises, it's important to address, because there's something that you're supposed to learn from that being mirrored back at you. Maybe there's something you need to work on within yourself or in that situation, because we create our own experiences. But anyway, back to the whole Kundalini thing. I won't go too far into all that. That's a whole nother story. But back to the Kundalini. I'm going to put those 3 links below for you guys, just like I always do. But please kind of research that, because, you know, it's personally my belief that at some time or another we will all experience this, whether you are trying to through meditation, yoga, Pilates, whatever, whether you were asking for it or not, that eventually it will come to you. And if you're not prepared for it, it can be kind of a challenging, almost frightening experience. So I say this with love, and sharing this message is that it's something you might want to check into and just be prepared for, despite your religious belief, so that way you're a little bit more prepared than I personally was, because I was not prepared whatsoever. And it kind of freaked me out. You know, to be quite honest with you, it really truly did kind of just, you know, turn my world upside down momentarily. I thought I was losing my mind. But it's actually a natural thing. It's a natural process. The energy goes up your spine. And every story is different. So, no further ado, gonna post those links down below as always. My dog's being a little bit distracting, so I'm gonna quit this message already. Much love as always. Snuggle bug.